Welcome to this lesson, which is a crash course in using ChatGPT, and we're going to dive a little bit deeper than some of the previews that we gave you in the welcome video of this class. And this is also a lesson that has been updated with some of the latest things you can do with the GPT 4.0 release that was literally released just a couple days ago at the time of this recording. If you go to OpenAI's website, you can see all of the products that they've created. They have actually integrated them into one ChatGPT website. In the future lessons and sections of this class, you might see things happening on different websites like DALL-E versus just doing image creation right on ChatGPT. To get started, you can actually just go to chatgpt.com and you can start practicing and playing around with it. It is using the older 3.5 model, and to use the latest 4 or 4.0 model, you'll have to sign up for a Plus account. Many of the newest features with 4.0, as they've done in the past, will be available to free members very soon. So go ahead and get on ChatGPT, sign up or log in if you have an account already, and I'll see you inside my Plus account. When you're logged in, you'll see a page that looks like this. On the left hand, we have a menu that includes all of our past chats that have been saved. On the right, we have our message box, which now has an option for uploading files. So you can upload images, Excel files, spreadsheets, any other type of document, and have ChatGPT actually analyze it for you. On the top, you can see this is where I've toggled to the 4.0 model, which you'll see if you have a Plus account. And you also have an option for temporary chat. With the latest models, it will actually remember what you've chatted about in the past, and that will help generate better content, better results. But if you don't want it to remember what you're chatting about, you can toggle that on or off. In the top right, you could change under settings if you want the theme to be the dark or light version, and other options here. So the first way to use ChatGPT is just as a message bot that can generate text for pretty much anything you want. There are so many examples of what you can do, and you'll see a ton in this class. I'm going to hop over to this chat that I was actually working on yesterday, which was a brainstorm for a photography, video, game, show series that I'm working on. The key is to speak or type as natural as possible. I asked if it could help me brainstorm this idea. I gave it some initial thoughts, and then it broke it down into a more detailed outline of what this game could actually look like. Then I gave it some feedback, and it took in that feedback and gave me some more ideas. And I continued to work with it, as you can see, and it got to a point that I was happier with. So a simple prompt would be something like this: what are the top 5 things to do in Lisbon, Portugal for families? And ChatGPT will start spitting out a list of 5 things to do. At the bottom of each response, you can choose to listen to it out loud, copy this text, regenerate it. If you're not happy with the results, it will come up with something new. Tell it that it was a bad response, or change the model that you are using. So text chat and generation is the basic thing you can do with ChatGPT, but now we can add files. So if I upload an image, for example, I can upload an image of myself, and it can analyze this image. So here we see that it's actually analyzed this image and described what's in it. ChatGPT has image generation built into it, and we can use a reference image like this to turn this man into an anime character. And now it's generating this image. Now, you don't have to reference an image. You could just prompt it to generate an image for pretty much anything you can imagine. We're going to dive deep into prompt generation. Oh yeah, look at those muscles. That is good. As I was saying, prompting is going to be so important for what the results are, and we dive deep into prompts for image generation in the Midjourney and DALL-E section, which can be applied here in ChatGPT. Here's another example of that where I didn't know what this flower was called. This is a photo that I took, and I asked it, and it actually did come up with the right flower. which is an amazing tool, and it actually replaces a lot of what you can do with other applications that identified plants before, but now all of it can be done in one place. Here are a couple examples of that image generation that I've done in the past. For my kiddos, make an illustration of a unicorn on a castle made of donuts. Pretty darn good. Another, an illustration of an axolotl, which seems to be the animal of the year here in our family, in an underground fairy garden. Pretty impressive. Another thing that you can do is now input web links, and it can analyze the content on that website. So here's an article that I've written for our photography website, and I can simply ask it to summarize this article and paste that link. So as you can see, this might be super helpful if you're generating new content, new articles, if you are writing social media posts or anything like that, where you want to reference your own work that you've done in the past. And you can do the same with a website or by uploading a document. And then you can tell ChatGPT to write new content utilizing that information in that same tone, in that voice, in that style, and it will look much more natural, like it's something that you've actually written. There is also an app that you can use, and it has a lot of the same features that you would find on the web app, or there's the desktop app that has been released as well. You can upload photos, take photos, upload files, chat, but the more powerful feature is the voice-to-voice control, where if we tap on this headphones here, it will activate and we can actually have just a normal conversation with it. All right, how's it going?
Hey, I'm doing well, thanks. How about you? What's been keeping you busy lately?
I'm actually working on a course right now teaching people how to use you.
That sounds great. How's the course development going? Are you focusing on any specific aspects of Vue?
It's going pretty good. So you can see that it currently has a little bit of a lag, but as time goes on, this lag is going to get decreased and it's going to get more and more powerful. So this opens up a world of possibilities of what you can use this app for. You can imagine going to another country and using it as a translator. So I'm going to tap to activate because I paused it. Hi, I'm in Portugal and I would like you to translate for me. Can you ask how much this costs?
I'd be happy to help. What are you looking to get the price for?
Just ask, how much is this?
Okay, here you go. Quanto custa isso?
And do you take credit card?
Sure, that would be aceita cartão de crédito?
Perfect. And you don't need to repeat in English, just translate directly into the Portuguese. Can you ask, how do I get to the nearest library?
Como chego à biblioteca mais próxima?
So you can see that you can actually customize the way it responds to you, and it can get pretty powerful. Now, we don't have the feature available yet where you can actually turn on your camera and it can see what you're seeing. It can analyze it. You can use that for translations by pointing your phone at something and asking for the translation. But there are still some powerful features you can do combining both your camera and the voice feature. For example, one thing I always struggle with is if I have a recipe that I'm trying to make, whether I have it on a book, on an app, there's that awkward shift between making the recipe, getting my hands dirty, and then going back to the tablet, trying to find the recipe, trying to find the exact amounts, and this can help with this. So I'm going to snap a picture of this photo, and I'm going to upload it. And one of the powerful features now is that ChatGPT can actually analyze words on a page or any photo, which is great. So now I'm going to activate the voice mode. I'm going to put the recipe away. I don't need it. All right, I just sent you a recipe for French onion soup. Can you help walk me through that recipe?
Sure. Let's go through the French onion soup recipe step by step. 1. Melt butter in a large skillet over medium-low heat. Add onions, cover, and cook for 10 minutes or until onions are tender and transparent but not browned.
All right, can you actually repeat step number 1, but include the amounts that I need for the different ingredients?
Here's step number 1 with the specific amounts. 1. Melt 6 tablespoons, 3/4 of a stick, of butter in a large skillet over medium-low heat. Add 3 pounds of sliced yellow onions, cover, and cook for 10 minutes or until the onions are tender and transparent but not browned.
Okay, great. I'll let you know when I want the next step. All right, cool. So you can see that there's a world of possibilities using this tool right now, and it's only going to get more powerful. I think the other thing that it just helps with is being an easier way to brainstorm without having to type. So it's going to really change the way that we might be doing Google searches for any type of research, whether it's personal or for work. Most of what we teach in this class could be done now just by having a simple conversation. So those are just a couple examples, and we'll be adding more to the course in the future. And the last thing I want to mention is that ChatGPT has a ton of other GPTs. They used to be called plugins, but these are other tools that you can use that have been designed and developed to do specific tasks in a more powerful way. So if you go to that Explore GPT's page, you can see their top picks. You can see ones that were created by ChatGPT, and then they have other ones that are organized by the topic. For example, programming. I am not a programmer, but ChatGPT can help write code, debug code, and you can use these tools to assist with that. For example, if you are doing some kind of research, you might want to use the Scholar GPT, which will reference scholarly sources and will help you write better than the typical ChatGPT response, which will be referencing other websites and data that might not be as scholarly. Under productivity, you can see that Canva has a GPT. There's one specific for creating diagrams, for creating slides like PowerPoints. So this is just a teaser at what you can do with ChatGPT, some ideas to get you started with prompting and the different features that it has. Over the past year and a half since we launched this course, so much has changed. Things have gotten better, faster, more powerful, more features, an app, a desktop app. We have voice recognition, and then in the next few weeks, ChatGPT 4.0 is going to have that real-time voice Siri-like feature available to everyone. And so as you move through this course, remember that a lot of what was created in this course was created with that initial version. And it doesn't mean that it's not going to work today. It just means that the results are going to get even better, and there's going to be more things you can do with ChatGPT and the AI tools we cover in this class. For now, what I think you should do is start to think about those things that take a lot of time in your life, whether it's personal life, you're coming up with a birthday plan, you want to create a workout routine, or if it's something at work that you spend a lot of time doing, writing emails, creating agendas, designing slides, whatever it is, start to brainstorm those ideas, and those will be the first things you should play around with ChatGPT to see if it can help you complete those tasks. Now, in the next section, we're going to back up and talk more about prompt engineering, because everything that you do, the results are going to be better with a better prompt. All right, we'll see you in that lesson. Bye.